Good evening, all of you. In the last session, we discussed about several commands in the Linux like cat command, tac command, rev command, head command, tail command and all. What is the purpose of head command and tail command? Head command will give first 10 lines of the file. If you want to read the first 10 lines of the file, then go for head command. Can we read a fixed number of lines by using head command? Yes, we can read it. What is the purpose of tail command? Head command will read the data top from top of the file. Tail command will read the data from bottom of the file. Now, in the real time, when we want to monitor the log files, we are going to use tail command, because when application running, it will generate log messages and it will store log messages at bottom of the file. So if we want to see the log messages of the application, then we will use tail command. To see log messages of the application, we will use tail command. Tail is used to read the data from bottom of the file. By default, head and tail commands will give you 10 lines of data. That is the default count. We can give line numbers also by using -n option. We can give the line numbers also using -n option. Okay, good, fine, perfect. Let me connect it to my EC2 instance. Still some people are saying that they are facing the issues to connect with EC2. Guys, observe clearly. My EC2 machine is running, which is having a public IP and a private IP. By using private IP, we can't connect to that EC2 from outside. So I'm going to use public IP to connect to my EC2. Copy the public IP of our EC2. Then go to Putty software. Putty is a free software which we are using to connect with our EC2. I'm keeping IP address, public IP of my EC2 instance, SSH auth. Upload the key file which we have converted. By default, it gave PEM file. Now the PEM file we are converting to PPK file. Now open the PPK file. Upload the PPK here, not PEM, guys. We converted that PEM file to PPK file. That PPK file I have uploaded here. The steps also I have given in the document very clearly. How to convert that PEM file to PPK file. Now I'm opening my Putty. It is asking username. Our EC2 instance username is Ubuntu. This is the default username when we launch a machine with Ubuntu OS. When we launch a machine with Ubuntu OS, by default, it is giving the username as Ubuntu. All right. Now, I connected to this EC2 instance. I have connected to this EC2 instance by using Putty software. Now, what is the next step that we need to do? We need to execute the commands. In this, right? What are the commands that we can execute? Several commands already we have discussed, like ls command. It will list out all the files available in the directory. Now, if you want to do the long listing, ls-l, it is doing long listing of the files. If you want to display the files based on modified date order, recent files will be displayed on the top, old files will go to the bottom. ls-lr, it will display old files. ls-lr, ls-lt, ls-ltr. Old files will come to the top, latest files will go to the bottom. Like this, we can do that. Next one, head of f1.txt. It is going to display first 10 lines of the file. Tail command, tail f1.txt. It is going to display the last 10 lines of the file. Head commands and tail command. wc f1.txt, which is used to display word count, number of lines available in the file, number of words available in the file, number of characters available in the file. We can see by using wc command. Okay. Now, right guys, I want to copy the data from one file to another file. Now I want to copy the data from one file to another file. Now let's go for ls-l. There are several files are available. Can you see the data available in this file cat1.txt? This is file 1. This is file 1. Now, whatever the data available in the 1.txt file, I want to copy into 2.txt file. Can you tell me? Can you tell me how to copy the data from one file to another file? Can you tell me how to copy the data from one file to another file? Come on guys, cp command is available. We can use the cp command, cp 1.txt space cp 1.txt space 2.txt, cp space 1.txt to 2.txt. Now ls-l. Now cat 2.txt, cat 2.txt. Can you see the data available in one file is copying to another file by using cp command? By using cp command, are we able to copy the data from one file to another file? See here, this is the command. All right, cp command. Cp command. What is the purpose of cp command? To copy the data. To copy the data. To copy the data from one file to another file, we will use cp command, copy command, $cp 1.txt to 2.txt. The data available in the 1.txt file will be copied to 2.txt file. Data available in the 1.txt file is copying to 2.txt file. This is called cp command. This is called cp command. Now, can we copy multiple files using cp? Can I copy two files data into single file? Cat command also we can use. Cat also we can use. Instead of this, we can use cat command also, guys. In order to copy the data, we can go for cp command or we can go for cat command, 1.txt and 2.txt. So both are fine. Both are fine. Either we can execute this command or we can execute this command to copy the data from one file to another file. Now, can we copy multiple files data by using cp command? Can we copy multiple files data using cp command? Now, can I do like this, guys? $cp f1.txt, f2.txt, f1.txt, f2.txt. Can I do like this? f3.txt. Can I copy the data of two files into single file by using cp command? This is invalid. Invalid syntax. Invalid syntax. If you want to copy the data from one file to another file, then only we can use cp. We cannot copy more than one file data. We can't copy more than one file data using cp command. We can't copy more than one file data by using cp command. To copy multiple files data, we should go for cat command. Which command we need to use to copy multiple files data? We should go for cat command. All right, $of cat f1.txt space f2.txt of f3.txt. Like this, we can copy the data. Guys, now do you understand when to go for cp command and when to go for cat command? Are you able to understand when to go for cp command and when to go for cat command? When to go for cp command and when to go for cat command? Now, can you tell me, I want to append one file data in the another file. Which command I need to use? I want to append one file data into another file. Which command I should use? Cat single arrow or cat double arrow? Double arrow. If you want to append the data, double arrow we have to use. So this is cp command. This is the cp command. Now, renaming the files. Rename the files. Rename the files are directories. Rename the files are directories. I want to rename a file. I want to change the name of the file, guys. Now you see, there is a file available with a name called f9.txt. Now I want to rename this file to f99.txt. I want to rename the file name ls-l. f9.txt file available. I want to rename that file. Can you tell me how can we rename the file? What is the command to rename the file? Any idea? mv space f9.txt. I'm giving f99.txt. f9.txt and I'm giving f99.txt. That means current file name, new file name that we want. What is the existing file name? What is the new name we want? By using mv command. Now see ls-l. f9 is available or f99 is available? f99 is available. To rename files, we will use mv command. We will use mv command. $mv f1.txt. I'm giving as f11.txt. f1.txt file name will be renamed to f1111.txt. Like this we can do renames also for the files. We can do renames also for the file. Are you guys able to understand how to rename a file? Similarly, can you tell me how to create a directory? mkdir I'm giving as AWS. ls-l. I have a directory name as AWS. Now I want to rename the directory. Can you tell me how can I rename the directory? Can you tell me how can I rename the directory? mv AWS. I'm giving as AWS DevOps. ls-l. Now can you see AWS directory name renamed to AWS DevOps now? Not mvdr, only mv. Even for directories also we can give this name mv, directory name and directory new name. That's it. There is no mvdir, guys. There is no mvdir command. Whether it is a file or whether it is a directory, if you want to rename, then we will use mv command only. So are you clear with what is the purpose of cp command and what is the purpose of mv command? Cp command is used to copy the one file data into another file. If you want to copy multiple files data into another file, then we should go for cat command. Okay, mv command we can use for renaming purpose and we can use it for moving purpose also. If you want to move the file from one location to another location, then also we can go for mv command. mv we can use for moving purpose as well as for renaming purpose. We can use mv for mv command. We can use mv command for renaming as well as moving. We can use mv command for renaming and moving the files. Clear with this? We can use mv command for renaming and moving purpose. Next one, comparing the files. Next one is comparing the files. I want to compare files data. I want to compare two files data, guys. Now see this, cat f1.txt is available. Cat f2.txt is available. f1.txt, f2.txt. Right? How can we compare these two files? cmp space f1.txt space f2.txt. I'm comparing these two files. Files are different. CMP command which we are using, we can use a diff command also. Diff f1.txt and f2.txt in order to compare the data. So this is first file data and this is the second file data. We can compare the files by using CMP command as well as diff command. We can use CMP command as well as diff command. Right? Comparing the files. To compare the files, To compare files, we can use below commands. What are the commands available to compare the files? CMP f1.txt space f2.txt. Another command diff space f1.txt and f2.txt. It is used to compare the files data. If you want to compare the file data, then you can go for CMP command as well as diff command. Okay, now what is the difference between CMP and diff? CMP command will display only first difference in these two files. CMP command will display only first difference. Diff command will show all the differences in the content. What is the difference between CMP command and diff command? CMP command will display only first difference in given two files. What is the purpose of diff command? Diff command will display all the differences in the content. Diff command will display all the differences in the content. Clear with my point? If you want to see only first difference, then you can go for CMP command. If you want to see all the differences in the content, then you can go for diff command. Then go for diff command. Clear with my point? Clear with my point? Guys, here I am passing -q option for the diff command. It will display a message when the two files are different. When the two files are different, it is going to display a message. People are asking to repeat CMP and a diff. I have f1.txt and f2.txt. I want to compare the content of these two files, guys. I want to compare the content of these two files. When we want to compare the content of two files, we have two commands. One is a CMP command, another one is a diff command. CMP command will display only first difference in the given two files. Only first difference. In the file, the content is different in multiple places in the file. Line by line, the content is different. But CMP command will display only first difference. When you go for a diff command, it will display all the differences in the content. It will display all the differences in the content. Now see here, this is F1 content, this is F2 content. Both are different. Both are different. Both are different. Next one, the very important command, that is grep command. Guys, understand carefully. The next very important command that we are going to talk, which we will use in the real time very frequently, that is grep command. Focus carefully. What is this grep command? Very important. What is the purpose of grep command? Right? The grep command stands for global regular expression print. Grep stands for global regular expression print. Guys, observe carefully. Grep stands for global regular expression print. global regular expression print. That is the full form of the grep command. Grep process. Grep command will process. Grep command will process text line by line and prints any lines which matches specified, which matches given pattern. Grep command will process text line by line prints any lines which matches given pattern. That means it is something like a file searching. It is something like a file searching. Now you see guys, we have here class notes. This is our class notes. In this command, where the Linux keyword is available, I want to print it. Suppose what you will do to search a content, Control F, we will go for Linux, find next. Find next now. Go to top. Here we will go for Linux and we will search for the Linux. Click on find next. Linux available here. Linux available here. Linux available now. Am I able to search for the keyword Linux in my file? By using Control F option, I'm able to search for the content in the file. Similarly, in the Linux, if you want to search for the content of the file, if you want to search file content, then you will use a command called grep command. Grep stands for global regular expression print. Grep stands for global regular expression print. What this grep command will do? Grep command will process the text line by line and prints any lines which matches given pattern. Example, I want to print all lines which contains null pointer exception. Yes or no? I want to print all lines which contains null pointer exception. My application is executing, my log messages are generated. In the log messages, which line contain a null pointer exception text, I want to print that line to understand that error. Now, as I told you in the last session, when the application is executing in the server, application is going to generate a log file. Now, this is my application. My application will generate the logs. How the application is getting executed, those logs will be generated. This is called as app.log. Now, as a developer, what should you do? You need to connect to that log file using Putty software to monitor the logs. What are the issues are coming in the application? We have to monitor by using Putty. Using Putty tool, we can connect to this logs server, this log file. Application writing a log file. This log file is available inside one Linux machine. This log file is available inside one Linux machine. Now, this Linux machine is available in other location. Now, we are the developer available in Hyderabad. Now, as a developer, you will connect to the Putty. Using that Putty, you will connect to the Linux machine. Now, you need to execute the commands to see the data in the log file. Now, you want to display the lines which contains one exception, null pointer exception. Which line contain a null pointer exception? That line you have to print. In order to print that, what you will do? We will go for grep command. We will go for which command, guys? Grep command. Now, do you understand what is the purpose of grep? You can also search in the Google. Grep command. Grep command, very important command. The grep command can search for a string in the group of files. When it finds a pattern that matches in more than one file, it prints the name of the file followed by a colon, then line matching the pattern. Grep command line utility for searching plain text data sets for lines that matches a regular expression. Its name comes from the ed command grep, which has the same effect. Grep was originally developed for Unix operating system, but later available for Unix-like systems and some others such as OS 9. Global Regular Expression Print. Grep stands for Global Regular Expression Print. What is the main purpose of the grep? Search for a pattern in each file or standard input. So if multiple files are available, it is going to search for that command in the multiple files. It is going to search for that command in the multiple files. Now, the name grep derives from the command used to perform a similar operation using Linux text editor, GP. Now, grep command examples in Linux and Unix. Below are the sum of standard grep commands. Search any line that contains a word in a file name in the Linux. Grep word file name. I want to search for a particular word in the given file name. Then this is the syntax. This is the syntax. If you want to search for a file with case insensitive, whether it is uppercase or lowercase, I don't care. I want to search for a content by ignoring the case sensitiveness. Then I option you can pass. Look for the files in the current directory and all of its subdirectories in the for the word httpd. grep-r httpd. In this directory, what all the files contains this characters, what all the files contains this word, I want to print those files. Then you can go for this. Search and display the total number of times that string appears in a file named frontpage.md. Now, in this given file, how many times this word occurred? Just print the count. Just print the count. Then you can go for -c option. All right. Now, what is the syntax of the grep command? Grep command syntax: grep word file name. What is the meaning of grep word file name? What it is going to do, guys? Search for the lines which contains given word in the given file name. In that file, how many places this word is available, then it is going to search for that. That is the meaning of that. Grep word file name. Now see here, we have a file called data.log file available. We have a file called data.log, cat data.log. I have a file called cat data.log. In this file, where is the Linux? I want to search for it. Where is the Linux? I want to search for that. Then what I will do? Grep Linux data.log. grep Linux data.log. We have three types of files in this Linux. We have three types of files in the Linux. This line contains the Linux. This line contains the Linux. So the line which matching with the given pattern, it is printing. I want to ignore the case sensitiveness. How can we ignore the case sensitiveness? grep-i. Wow. See here, wherever the Linux is available, all the lines it is printing. Can you see wherever the Linux available, all the lines which are having the Linux it is printing? You see the beauty? You see the beauty here? There is a file called data.log. Assume that file is my application log file. Assume that file is my application.log file. I want to search where the Linux keyword is available in that file. What is the command I am using? grep space Linux file name data.log. How many lines contains this Linux keyword? Only one line. Only one line contains this. Only one line contains this. Now, is it considering case sensitive or not? Is it this grep command is a case sensitive or case insensitive command? Grep is a case sensitive command or grep is a case insensitive command? Case sensitive command. How can I ignore that case sensitiveness? How can I ignore the case insensitiveness? Come on, guys. By using -i. Now you see, when I execute grep Linux with the file name, it is giving the only single line which contains Linux. Now what I'm going to do? grep-i Linux space data.log file. Wow. Is it giving only one line or it is giving multiple lines? Is it giving only one line or it is giving multiple lines? It is giving multiple lines. Is it giving all the lines of the file or it is giving the lines which contains Linux? Data.log file contains so much data. Data.log file contains so much data. But what data it is giving now? It is giving the line which contains only line X. Now tell me, tomorrow in your project, there is some SQL exception. How can you find out the log messages which contains SQL exception? As a developer, you need to see the log messages of your application. Where the log messages are available? Log messages are available in the Linux machine. Where is that Linux machine available? Linux machine is available in USA. Linux machine is available in the USA. You are a developer, you are working from Hyderabad. Today, your manager told that, hey, Raju, today morning, we got some database exceptions. Could you please see the log messages? Why the database exception occurred? Then what you need to do? You need to execute grep command. You need to connect it to the Linux machine. Where is the log file? Go to the path of the log file. Now, then see the log file. Open the log file, see the data. If you open the file by using cat command, now see here, if I go for cat data.log, can I identify the data by using cat command? Can I identify the data by using cat command? Is it easy? Is it easy to identify the data by using cat command? It is very difficult. Then how can I identify the file data, the lines which contains SQL exception? By using grep command. Grep is very important command. Guys, 1 second. Let me take some logs, real logs. Let me take some real logs. Let me keep that. Oracle database. Do we have a log for this? No. Program files, Apache, Tomcat, logs. Yeah. Logs. Common demand log files. Yeah. Catalina log is available, which is having 6 GB, 6 KB data. 6 KB data. Now, guys, this is a log file of our Apache Tomcat server. This is the log file of Apache Tomcat server. I'm adding some data here. This is SQL exception. This is SQL exception occurred because DB is down. I'm adding some other data. SQL exception, invalid credentials. And one more I'm adding SQL exception, no driver class. SQL exception, no driver class. Now, let me copy this data. Let me create one file here. Let me create one file with the data. Right, guys, cat space server.log. Just I have pasted the data. Now, clear this. Cat space server.log. Can we see the log messages of our server.log file? Can you see the messages of our server.log file? I have created a file. I kept the log messages in that file. Here, I copied the Apache Tomcat server log messages I stored. But in the real time, our application will generate the log messages. Now, can you tell me how to see last 10 lines of the log file? How to see the last 10 lines of the log file? 10 space server.log. Can we see last 10 lines of the log file? Can we see the last 10 lines of the log file? Very good. Now, I want to search for the lines which contains the exception keyword. Exception is some problem in the project. I want to see the lines which contains the exception keyword. Can you give me the command for that? Grep exception space server.log. Any line available with exception? Am I getting anything with this command? What is the problem? Case sensitiveness. Now grep -I exception server.log. Wow. 3 lines are having that exception. 3 lines are having that exception. This is SQL exception occurred because DB is down. SQL exception invalid credentials. SQL exception no driver class. Now guys, this is the developer's duty, searching for the exceptions available in the log file by using grep command. I had very bad experience with the grep command in my first company. In the 2013, I joined in the company as a Java developer. At that time, I don't know anything about Linux. I don't know anything about Linux. After joining in the company, my training is completed. Everything is done. Everything is done. They kept me on the project that is a running in the production. One day early morning, manager called me, Ashok, we are getting some DB exceptions in the application. Can you see the log file and can you see why the exception is coming? First, he told me that I have sent you the credentials of the log system. I have sent you the credentials for the Linux machine. Connect to the Linux machine and see why the SQL exception is occurring. Now, my questions. When my manager told me that a task, what he told me? Connect to Linux and see log messages for SQL exception. SQL exception and analyze that. Analyze that and fix it. This is what he told me. Connect to Linux machine, and see log messages for SQL exception and analyze that and fix it. I have sent you Linux machine details in email. This is what my manager told me in my first company. Then back to back, I got the questions. What is Linux? First thing, what is Linux? I don't know because at that time I'm a fresher. What is Linux? I'm telling you the story of 9 years back. What is Linux? How to connect to Linux? How to connect to Linux? Okay. How to see log? Where is log file? Where is log file? How to open log file in the Linux? How to open log file in Linux? How to see log messages? How to see log messages? These are the questions I got. Generally, if you don't know Linux, will you get the same questions? If you don't know Linux, will you get the same questions? Can you complete the task given by your manager? Can you complete the task given by your manager? Where is your application running? It is running in the Linux computer. He has given me IP address. He gave me these details in the email. IP 168.192. Some 8.1 some IP he has given me. He has given me username, log user, password he is given me, log user @123, and he has given me log path /home/logs app.log. That's it. These details he has given me in the email and he asked me to complete this task. He asked me to complete this task by giving these details. What are these details? Linux computer details, where my application is running, IP address of the computer, username of the computer, password of the computer, path of the log file, in which location that log file is available. He sent me the details in the email and he asked me to connect to the Linux. He asked me to see the log messages, why the SQL exception is coming. Now, in order to do these things as a developer, you should know the Linux or you no need to know the Linux. Tell me guys, if you get this requirement, if you get this task today, do you need to know the Linux or not? Definitely you need to know the Linux. Definitely we need to know the Linux. Otherwise, you cannot fix the problems in the real time. Because in the real time, every project will be running on the Linux machine only. Because Linux is multi-user operating system, Linux is secured, Linux is free, and Linux is open source. In the real time, every project will be deployed on the Linux machine only. That is 100% sure. When your application is deployed on the Linux machine, locks also will be created on that Linux machine. When your application is not executing successfully, if there is some exception in the application, then you need to fix that exception by seeing the log file. How can you see the log file? You connect it to that Linux machine by using IP, username, password, and the path. Go to the path of the log file, see the log file data. How to see the last lines of the log file? How to see the last lines of the log file? Tail command. How to see the first lines of the log file? Head command. How to search for the text in the log file? Grep command. How to search for the log file? Grep command. You understand the scenario? When you will use grep command in the projects? How to connect to Linux? That is what I have done now, putty. By using putty, I connected. Now I am doing operations on the putty. I connected to my Linux machine. Gauri Joshi, what question you are asking? I connected to that machine by using putty. Clear, guys? Clear? All right. By using putty, we are connecting to Linux, not Windows. Right? Fine, guys. Now, so we understood the basic syntax of grep command. So what is the purpose of grep command? Grep is used to grep is used for searching for a text in the file. Grep is used to searching for the text in the given file. Okay. Now, if you want to ignore the case sensitiveness, okay, grep -I, then exception, then I'm giving server.log. Search for the lines which are having exception in the server.log file. Search for the lines which are having exception keyword in server.log file. Are you guys getting my point? What is this? Grep -I exception server.log. It is going to search for the lines which are having exception keyword in the server.log file. Okay. Now, if you want to search for this word in all the lines, now guys, see here, I'm going to search for some text called grep -r, then I'm going to search for Ashok. Now, what it is doing? Is it searching for that text in all the files? F2 file is having Ashok, F99 file is having Ashok, F6 file is having Ashok, hello.txt having Ashok. Can I search for the text in the multiple files? Now? Now you see what is the syntax I have given. Currently, what is my present working directory? My present working directory is home Ubuntu. In this Ubuntu, there are so many files are available. In this present working directory. in all these files, I want to search for a text. I want to print the lines which contains the given text in all the lines, not in the single file. I want to search in all the files. Then what I am doing, grep -r, I'm giving Ashok. So it is a recursive search, guys. It is a recursive search. Is it searching for all the? Is it searching in all the files or not? Is it searching in all the files or not? Now, is it printing in which file that line is available? Is it printing the file name also? Welcome to Ashok IT. It contains Ashok in the f2.txt file. Welcome to Ashok IT. It contains it is available in f99.txt. It is available in f6.txt. It is available in hello.txt. It will search in the current working directory and it will search in the subdirectory files also. It will search in the subdirectory files also. Now, can I create one file? Can I create one file? I am going to make one directory mkdir AWS. In this file, in this directory, I am creating one folder cd AWS. I am currently in the AWS directory, guys. Currently, I am in which directory? I'm in the AWS directory. Create one file cat data.txt. Now, Ashok IT is best institute for AWS and DevOps. For AWS and DevOps. Right. I'm writing this data. Cat data.txt. Cat data.txt. So this is the data available in the data.txt file, which is in the AWS directory. Come out from that directory. Now see what is my present working directory. Currently where I am in the Ubuntu directory. I'm in the Ubuntu directory, ls-l. Now can you see there is a directory called AWS. Inside the AWS there is a file. Now search for the Ashok. Grep -R, then I'm searching for Ashok. Now can you see the data.txt file is also coming? Can you see the data.txt file also coming when I do the grep -r with this word? So is it searching only in the present working directory? It is searching in the subdirectories also. Is it searching in the only present working directory or it is searching in the subdirectories also? It is searching for the given word in the subdirectories also. Now here guys, see in the Tomcat server, do we have only one log file or we are having multiple log files? Do we have only one log file or we are having multiple log files here? Multiple. Can I search for a exception keyword in all the files? Can I search for a exception keyword in all the files? How can I search for exception keyword in all the files? Like this. Grep -r exception. It will search for the exception in all the files. In all the files. All right. Now search for the given content in all the files in the present directory and its subdirectories. Search for the given text in present directory and in its and in subdirectories also. Search for the given text in present directory and in subdirectories also. Then what I'm going to do? Grep -r, then I'm going to search for that text, or I can search for the exception, and I can search for the exception. It is going to check in the present directory and it is going to check in all the subdirectories also. It is going to check in the present directory and it is going to check in the subdirectories also. Are you clear with my point? Are you clear with my point? Are you clear with my point? What it is doing? Grep. Right, guys? For example, if the grep is not available in your system, you can install. Note, we can install the grep. We can install grep using below command. In some systems, grep may not available, guys. Then you have to install grep command sudo yum install grep. This is the command to install the grep command. In my system, it is working by default. In your system, if the grep is not working, you can install. How to install? This is how to install a software in the Linux. Sudo, nothing but super user permission, yum install grep. Yum is a repository, install grep. Grep command we are going to install. Then you can execute the grep commands like this. You can execute grep commands like this. Grep word file name. It is going to search for this word, given word in the given file name. If you want to search without case sensitivity, grep space -i space exception. Then search for the given word in all the files. Then you can go for grep -r. Grep -r. Right now. So here they have given one more syntax. What is this? Grep -c, this word in the file. Now see here, grep -c, grep -c, Ashok, grep -c, Ashok. I'm giving f1.txt. f1.txt. What it is printing? 0 it is printing. What is the meaning of 0? What is the meaning of 0? There is nothing available in that. f99.txt 1. That means in this file, this word is available only one time. In this file, this word is available only one time. That means if you want to see the count of lines, if you want to see the count of lines, this word is available how many lines in this file? This word is available in only one line. It is printing that line. See the count of the lines which matches a given pattern. Okay, we can pass several options for the grep command. We can pass several options for grep command. We can pass several options for the grep command. What are the options we can pass? -c. This prints only the count of lines that matches given pattern. I have given the pattern as a Ashok. In that file, how many lines matched with that? We can pass that by using -c. We can see that by using -c command, -c option. Okay, now here grep -r, grep -r, I'm going for this. So what it is doing? All the files it is printing. Now grep -h, I'm going for this. Grep -h, it is not working actually. Grep -h. Actually, h will print the data without file names. Maybe some issue. I will check that. What is that h is happening? Right now, I is ignoring the case sensitivity. I ignore case sensitivity. Whether it is uppercase or lowercase, it is going to consider. It is going to consider. Okay. Next one, -n. What is another option is available? -n option. Display the matched lines. Display the matched lines and their line numbers. If you want to display the matched lines and their line numbers, then you can go for -n option. -n option. Right. Like this, we can give grep command. We can give grep command. Next one, I'm going to give one more command. Grep -l, grep -l Ashok. Grep -l, sorry. Grep -l Ashok star. Now, what it is doing, guys? What it is doing when I give -l option? It is displaying all the file names which are containing this word. Just names of the files. Just names of the file. -l. What the -l option is doing? It is printing just file names. Displays file names that matches the pattern. It is going to display the file names that matches the pattern. -L option. -L option. Clear with my point? Now, similarly, -H option, I think I should give star. Now, here if you go for -R, it is printing the file name and it is printing the text. When I go for -H option, it is just printing the data. It is not printing the file name. It will print matched lines without file names. -H displays matched lines without file names. -R displays matched lines with file names. Displays matched lines with file names. That is -R. -H without file name. -L display only file names. Displays only file names that matches the pattern. -N display the matched lines and their line numbers. -I ignore case sensitivity. -C prints only the count of files that matches given pattern. So these are the options that we can pass for the grep command. These are the options that we can pass for the grep command. Are you clear with this? Could you please read this grep command? Could you please read this grep command? Very important that we are going to use in the real time. Grep stands for global regular expression print. Grep command will process the text. Will process the text line by line and prints any lines which matches given pattern. I want to print all lines which contains null pointer exception. Then what we will do? We are going to execute a command grep -I. We will give null pointer exception star. It is going to check all the files and it's all the files in the present working directory and in the subdirectory also. We can install grep command using below command. Sudo m install grep. If the grep command not working in your VM, then install that grep by using this command. Search for the lines which contains the given word in the given file name. Grep word file name. It will search for the lines which are having this word in this file. It will print it. If you want to ignore the case sensitivity, grep -I, this is the exception, and server.log. In this log file, whichever the line contains this word, it is going to print it. -R, it will search recursively present working directory and its subdirectories also. These are the several options that we can pass for the grep command. Can you read what are the options we are passing for the grep command? -C. What is the purpose of -C? What is the purpose of -C? Guys, tell me, what is the purpose of -C? What is the purpose of -C? To print the count of lines that matches given pattern. To print the count of lines that matches given pattern. -I, it is going to ignore case sensitivity. It is going to ignore case sensitivity. -N displays the matched lines and their line numbers. Matched line numbers. Displays only file names that matches the pattern. Displays only file names that matches the pattern. -H displays the matched lines without file names. -R displays matched lines with file names. Matched lines with file names. That is grep command. That is grep command. Okay. Now, guys, please practice this grep command before coming to tomorrow's session. Tomorrow, we are going to talk about sed command, find command, locate command, and chmod command. Sed, find, locate, chmod. Sed command, editor. Find to find the files, locate command available, chmod to work with the file permissions. To work with the file permissions, we are going to use this chmod command. So these are the next commands that we are going to discuss in the tomorrow session. Tomorrow we have a class. Tomorrow we have a class. Yeah, Saturday there is a class. Tomorrow also we have a class. Okay, tomorrow we are going to talk about these commands. If required, I will take the class on Sunday also. I will try to finish the commands in the Linux so that we can go for shell scripting. Okay, guys. Yes. So tomorrow also we have the class. Tomorrow we are going to talk about these commands. Don't miss the class tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the class at same time. Tomorrow we have the class at same time. Thank you. Thank you. Tomorrow we have the class at same time. Thank you, guys. I will see you in the tomorrow session. Tomorrow we'll discuss about more important commands. Yeah. Bye-bye. All the videos I have uploaded to Telegram channel, guys. Ashok IT Telegram channel. Go to Telegram app, search with @Ashok IT official. This is our channel username. Go to Telegram app in your mobile. Go to Telegram app in your mobile. Type @Ashok IT official. That is our channel. You join in that channel to get the videos and class notes. Go to that channel. You can find the class notes and you can find the videos. Ashok IT official is our channel name. Go to your mobile, open Telegram app, search, type @Ashok IT official. @Ashok IT official. You can see that. You can see that. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Tomorrow we'll see you. Tomorrow at same timing.